He is 21 years old. He has just been told that the woman he loves is going to die because of something he did. He has gone in desperation to the one man in the world he does not deserve help from, and Albus Dumbledore has made him a deal. Turn spy, come back, protect what's left. Prove it means something. Snape says yes. He will spend the next 20 years of his life honoring that yes. In secret, without recognition, teaching children who will hate him, protecting a boy who looks exactly like the man who made his adolescence a misery. This is part 3 of the full story of Severus Snape. This is the part where he does the work. Let us talk about what Snape goes to Dumbledore with. Not courage, not conscience. Panic. The specific animal panic of a man who has realized, too late, what the information he carried to Voldemort is going to mean. He begs. The books are precise about this. He does not negotiate. He does not come with leverage. He comes on his knees, in the most literal possible sense, and he asks Dumbledore to save her. Not all 3 of them, just her. Dumbledore looks at him, and he says something that cuts through everything. Through the self-pity, through the desperation, through the performance of someone trying to seem more resolved than they are. He calls it cowardice. Because Snape is willing to let James die. He is willing to let the baby die. He wants to save Lily and let the rest burn. And Dumbledore, who is himself not above using people, who is himself calculating things Snape does not know yet, tells him that if he means it, if he truly means it, he will protect all of them. He will turn, he will spy, he will give up everything he built in the Death Eaters, the belonging, the status, the fragile security of being valued by people who will kill you if you betray them. He will become Dumbledore's man. And Dumbledore will try to protect Lily. Snape agrees. He agrees because he would agree to anything, and Dumbledore knows this. Which is why it works. She dies anyway. Halloween, 1981. Peter Pettigrew gives up the location. Voldemort goes to Godric's Hollow. Lily stands in front of her child, and she dies. And Snape is 21 years old. And the only thing that made the world worth something is gone. Dumbledore finds him on a hilltop. Snape is not stoic. He is not composed. He is completely broken. He weeps. In the way of someone who learned very early that crying is a vulnerability and still cannot stop. And Dumbledore says, "Then help me. Let it mean something." And Snape says, "Her son lives with her eyes. I will watch over him, always." That word. He does not say it as a speech. He does not say it for effect. He says it the way a person says a thing that is simply true. Always. Snape becomes a teacher. This, in itself, is remarkable. Not because he is not qualified. He is more than qualified. His understanding of potions and the dark arts is, by any measure, extraordinary. His command of magic theory is decades ahead of where it should be for someone his age. He is remarkable, but he is also, by any honest assessment, a terrible teacher. He is unfair. He favors Slytherins transparently, with no pretense otherwise. He is cold to students who struggle, and crueler to students who succeed in the wrong house. He reduces first years to tears, and does not consider this a problem. He is, in the classroom, recreating the dynamics of his own most formative relationships. He is the adult version of every authority figure who looked past him. And he is doing it to children. This is not an excuse. But here is the truth underneath it. Snape never learned that power can be held without using it against people. He learned that people in positions of authority over you can use that authority casually and without consequences. So he uses his. He is also performing. Every day, in that classroom, Severus Snape is building and maintaining a character. The cold, contemptuous professor who belongs entirely to the world of Slytherin and the dark arts. Because Voldemort will return. Dumbledore has told him this. And when he does, Snape needs to be exactly who he appears to be. He cannot afford to be someone who shows warmth in the classroom, cannot afford to be someone who might seem redeemable to the wrong person. He is building a mask. And the mask fits so well that even he cannot always feel where it ends and his face begins. September 1991. Harry Potter walks into Hogwarts, and Severus Snape, sitting at the staff table, looks at him, and is torn in half. The books describe this through Snape's eyes. The green eyes in James Potter's face. The specific, impossible combination of the person he loved and the person he hated in one 11-year-old child. Every day for the next 7 years, Snape looks at Harry and sees both things simultaneously. This is not metaphor. It is the actual psychological experience of a man carrying an unprocessed grief so large it has no outlet except to leak. And it leaks in the direction of Harry. He takes points from Harry for breathing. He looks for reasons to fail him in class. He sneers at the name Potter with a precision that is entirely personal and does nothing to hide it. It is monstrous. Let us not pretend otherwise. And it is also the behavior of a man who has never once been given or taken the time to grieve, to process, to do the internal work that would allow him to separate the eyes from the face, the mother from the son. He is not grieved because grief requires stillness, and stillness for Severus Snape has never been safe. But here is what else Snape does in that same first year. He watches Quirrell. He is known from early in the year that something is wrong with the defense against the dark arts professor. He knows the signs, the particular instability of someone who is not quite themselves, the behavior of a man with something hidden. He suspects Voldemort. He cannot say this openly. He cannot go to Dumbledore with proof he doesn't yet have. He cannot act in a way that would reveal either his suspicions or his loyalties. So he watches. And at the Quidditch match, where Quirrell hexes Harry's broom, where Harry is spinning, dropping, trying not to fall from 50 feet in the air, Snape performs a counter-curse. He keeps his eyes fixed on Harry throughout. He never looks away. Harry will later believe, because it appears that way, that Snape was the one hexing the broom. He is wrong, but Snape will not correct him. He cannot afford to. He is, silently, saving Harry, and taking the blame for it, both at once. This will be the pattern of the next 6 years. For 3 years, Snape teaches. Year 2, the Chamber of Secrets opens. The school panics. Snape is as controlled, as cold, as unhelpful as ever. But he is watching, filing things away, doing his job in the shadows where it always had to be done. Year 3. Remus Lupin joins the staff. Snape does not deal gracefully with this. The man who was there when Sirius Black nearly got him killed, the man who, as a child, Snape was told he could not tell the truth about, is now his colleague. He handles it badly. He lets his history with the Marauders bleed into professional conduct in a way that is, genuinely, one of his failures. But he also, throughout that year, brews Lupin's Wolfsbane potion. Every month. Without Lupin asking. Without acknowledgement. Because that is what you do. Year 4. The Triwizard Tournament. And at the end of it, in a graveyard in Little Hangleton, his arm burns. The dark mark. It is burning again. He was told it would. Dumbledore calls him. Shows him the mark on his own arm. Dumbledore's, not his. And asks, "Will you go back?" Back to Voldemort. Back to the man who Snape betrayed. Who killed the woman he loved. Who would kill Snape on the spot if he suspected any of what Snape has spent the last 13 years doing. Back. As a spy! Snape rolls down his sleeve. He goes. He walks back into Voldemort's service with nothing but his composure and his skill at the one thing he has always been best at. Lying. Not small lies, not evasions. The kind of lie that has to be held in every cell of your body. The kind that, if you let it slip for one moment, will kill you. He has been practicing this for years. He has been practicing it since he was 9 years old. Since a house where you learned to make yourself small. Where you learned to hide what you felt. Where you learned that showing people what matters to you is giving them a weapon. He goes back. And what follows, the next 2 years, will be the most dangerous thing Severus Snape has ever done. Because the mission that Dumbledore is about to give him is not just keep spying. It is kill me when I ask you to. Part 4.